ready. And action! Okie dokie, artichoke. Quit fooling around and let's get smoky. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time and... Oh, come on now, I'm not that short. Gimme! That's better. Today, we're supposed to talk about Pop Quiz D as I promised, but before we get into it, I was just rooting around on YouTube and eLearning and all that fun stuff, and I came across this on, believe it or not, Facebook of all places. When I was talking about the era of shame, and I forgot, or maybe I did, I can't remember, never mind, it does bear repeating anyway, that one of the things that our people used to do is, we might say marrying out. Some people say marrying up, but I'm not going to go there. Well, you can't really see this that well on the screen. Stupid glare. Well, let's turn this off then. Click. Ooh, it's scary, dark. But anyway, you can see, I'm trying to make this bigger. It's saying that a lot of times, it's implying that a lot of times our people would marry out to avoid persecution. I might have mentioned this before, but it does bear repeating. So we have a black Indian, maybe he's a pure native, and oh, she's so cute. She looks like the lady that works in the front office. Never mind. Stop, bad boy. We gotta say, folks, I'm gonna turn the lights on. One of them. Click. There we go. We're going to go to mess around with Pop Quiz D. So without any further ado, I'll move this microphone over here. And I'm going to direct your attention to eLearning. So let's get busy. I'm going to move over here. We're going to shrink this down. And we're going to go to Pop Quiz D. Native Literature Pop Quiz D. It says hidden from students, and I'm going to unhide it in a second. First things first, I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through the quiz. Here we go. I'm going to go to edit quiz. Edit quiz. Come on, there we go. That's what we're looking for. So we have, just like all the other quizzes, we want, especially this Pop Quiz D, we want to consider it to be a rehearsal for the final exam. So listen carefully. Question 1, true or false? Your professor argues that because urban Indians have been removed from their respective tribes and reservations, they have absolutely nothing to contribute to native culture or literature. True or false? 5 points. Next one. True or false? The Indian GI experience does not play a significant role in native literature. True or false? 5 points. Question 3. Oh yeah, there's Thomas King and Drew Hayden Taylor. Professor Singing Eagle points out that American-Canadian author Thomas King, Cherokee, and Drew Hayden Taylor, Ojibwe, write biting, sarcastic, farcical stories lampooning the hypocrisy of dominating culture vis-a-vis natives. 5 points. Hero twins. True or false? Stories about hero twins appear to be pervasive in many native oral traditions. Nobody's going to get that one wrong. Let's go faster. King of the Tie Snakes. We're going to talk about that in the subsequent video. So hold your horses. True or false, a tie snake, also known by Algonquian Indians as Mishipeshu, my tribe, is a mythical feline water dragon. It is often depicted with horns, stubby legs, and scales. Strongly associated with spiritual protection and transformation, it appears all over North America, and even in ancient China. Oh, cool. This is a Chinese jade. There's our feline. Never mind. Let's keep going. Culture vultures. Did we do that one? No, we didn't. We did the tie snakes. This is a multiple guess 5-pointer. During the 1980s, a period of both cultural revitalization and increasing commercialization of Native societies, many authors such as Wendy Rose, Simon Ortiz, and Leslie Marmon Silko warned about cultural blank and the dangers of selling sacred identity for validation or income. What is it? Cultural blank. Validation, appropriation, revitalization, or Germanization? No one is going to get that wrong because it's in our textbook and in the stories we've been reading. Out Indianing the Indians. This goes with a lecture I just gave a couple of days ago. Pull it up. Oh, I love that, the white savior. In Professor Singing Eagle's intense scrutiny of Out Indianing the Indians motif, what core idea was being examined? 5 points. A. How tribal enrollment offices determine blood quantum requirements. B. How federal agencies classify indigenous nations for census purposes. C. How non-native authors sometimes claim or perform indigeneity in ways that overshadow actual native voices. Shouldn't just be authors. I'm going to change that. Or D, why native authors avoid writing about identity politics in contemporary literature. So this question, I'm going to rephrase it a little bit. Matter of fact, maybe I should do it now. What the heck? Let's do it. I'm giving it away too by doing this. Boom. Come on, click on it. We're going to edit it. How many non-native authors sometimes claim or perform indigeneity? Perform indigeneity. I'm going to put in parentheses, or have their characters perform, claim or perform indigeneity. In ways that overshadow actual native voices. There, I fixed it. Save. Boom. So you can see how we teachers do this. Now we're going to go on to the next one, etiological stories. Raven stealing the sun. Click on it. Boom. Stories about why a possum has no hair on his tail. I need to get rid of that comma. Or why hummingbird is colorful. Or why raven is black. These stories are called what? Etiology, literature, transformations, or myths? I'm going to fix it because I'm so, I don't know, OCC or whatever they call it, obsessive compulsive. We're going to fix it anyway. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to fix the comma. I didn't want it. That is called a comma splice. Let's get rid of it. Boom. There we go. And we're going to save it. Superfluous comma. OCD, that's the word I was thinking of. Now let's do the next one. We did that one. We did etiological. We did dandelion girl. Boom. In the Algonquin tale of sibling winds, Kavanoshka and Shawandasi, what moments sparked their quarrel and transformed the world from balance into the seasons we experience today? That picture should give it away. A. The Creator commanded the winds to divide the year into warm and cold halves. B. A great council of animals asked the winds to change the world to teach humans humility. C. Shawandasi mistook a dandelion for a beautiful maiden, and Kavanoshka blew its hair away as a prank. Or D. Shawandasi grew tired of working every day and demanded that Kavanushka take over all his duties. So, what caused the change in the climate and the way that we have seasons today? We switch from warm spring and hot summers to cold, chilly falls and winters. Why? And always there's a big storm right before the change of the seasons. What's going on? 5 points. Next one. Me too'd, Alexi. Right. You could just look at the picture and see the answer. A native author who seriously compromised his standing by the way he treated aspiring women native writers is Silko, Alexi, Gun, Allen, or Apis. Next one, Survivance. Now here is the 15-pointer. Let's look at it carefully. Remember when your professor pointed out something about survivance as identified by Gerald Visitor? What does this concept mean and how does it appear in native literature? 15 points. You know what? I'm going to mess with you for a second. Let's go back to this. I'm going to right click on it, open it in a new tab. Talk about handing things to my students on silver platter. We're going to go to announcements. Click on that. And go down to glossary of literary terms. Open, please. Thank you. And we're going to go look at all allegory, allusion, archetype, conflict, characterization, comparative misfortune. Oh, I got to fix that. Criticism, literary, blah, 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 blah. And what were we looking for again? I think it was called survivance, right? There it is. Boom, there's our answer. I'm not going to show you anymore. I'm going to go faster. But I also am reminding you and cautioning you to show where it shows up in the literature and maybe provide some outside sources for the full 15 points. Got it? All right, next one. There it is. More Indian than thou, coyote headdress. Many indigenous writers explore how identity can be questioned, challenged, or policed, sometimes by outsiders and sometimes within native communities themselves, using a reading from Read, Listen, Tell or Why Indigenous Literatures Matter. Explain how indigenous literature pushes back against narrow or stereotypical ideas of what a real Indian is supposed to be. Or maybe if you disagree with that and you think, well, the stories like Alexi, he really leans into the whole more Indian than thou in one of his stories that I read for you. What do these texts teach us about the diversity of indigenous experience? Do not give a lazy answer to this question, as it is worth 15 points. Next one, last but not least, Urban Indian Girl. Click on it. There it is. Daniel Heath Justice Cherokee and Professor Victor Singing in Gold Potawatomi mentioned something about the era of shame vis-a-vis urban Indians. They noted that many urban Indians come from families which tried to hide their native ancestry, even going so far as to pass for other races. Why would any native want to do that? How does it appear in some of our literature? Provide a thoughtful discussion of this. Do not give a lazy answer to this question. Write a good deal as it's worth 20 points. Got it? Got it. She looks like somebody from our school, by the way. I'm going to click on her again. Man, she looks so familiar. Never mind. We're going to get busy. So there it is. We're going to save all this. Where's the save button? No, that's not. I'm just going to click on, boom, right there. Go back to this. I'm going to click on open it up. So here it is, Native American, where it says hidden from students, and it just jumped away from me. Pull it back up. Keep in mind, as we prepare for this, That's what I just posted a second ago. Native humor. These videos. King of the Thai snakes is here. Right above it. It's going to get moved. I'm going to click on edit and show. Now it's no longer hidden from students. And I'm also going to edit it so you can actually see the Smurfs. La, 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 la. Boom. Save and return to course. So when you go scrolling through DKT 210, it's going to be here. Oh, it jumped again. I'm going to move these stop signs down, 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 underneath where it says Pop Quiz D. Got it? Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Let's take this stop sign and move it. Boom! Oh, too far. Let me move that up one. Up one. Up one. Right there. There we go. And then we're going to take the other stop sign. And we're going to move this down. So that way everybody knows all the stuff that goes right up to the stop sign, you are being held responsible for it. Got it? All right. Let me quit talking and hit the save button on this video and get out of poor Dawn's hair because she's trying to clean the offices and classrooms. Thank you so much for your kind attention to this stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.